everybody, and welcome to today's live masterclass. So I'm Dr. Vidhya. I am a full-time medical doctor, family physician, and I'm also a Forbes leadership and emotional mastery coach. We're having trouble streaming to your destination. Right, just ignore that. Sorry. The joys of going live. So what I would like to do today is we are doing a masterclass, and this one is entitled Healing Whilst Building. Okay, how to birth your legacy in real time. Okay, so this is for you if you are a high level leader. Okay, for visionaries, for healers, light workers, coaches. You might be a physician, heart-led leaders, whether that's in corporate or whether that's in entrepreneurship. You are developing your service to be globally award-winning, right? So my coaching service is award-winning. I'm very grateful for that, grateful to serve in that way. We are now have over 136 clients and in over 56 countries. So I'm so excited, and we are taking that to 100 countries and beyond this year. So sending so much love and light, and I'm so happy that you're here. This will be about 10 minutes long. So what I want to do is I want you to really lean into this session as I am now. I hope you can hear me all right. By the way, please do put any questions you may have in the comments down below, wherever you're watching this, and I will get back to you. If you also put down any particular topics you want me to cover, okay? So I am so passionate about leadership, emotional mastery, and legacy creation, and love blending them all together as well. So if you've ever felt called to lead while still healing, this is for you. Now, this has been inspired by someone I'm very grateful to serve. She's an incredible woman, and she is currently healing physically as well as emotionally, and she was in hospital as well. And she has decided to use this opportunity as a calling, as a sign to ignite her calling, to start or to really rev up her coaching and consultancy business. Okay. And this, I've just got my notes here, which I've written in preparation for this masterclass for you and for me. So the message really here is you don't have to wait until you're ready. You don't have to wait for it to be perfect, okay? I'm doing this masterclass whilst there is a lot of building works going on outside. I have my headphones on. Streaming to one destination is not working, but you've got to work with what you have, where you're at right here, right now, and that's on a physical level, on a conscious level, and on an emotional level. Okay, don't wait for it to be perfect, because actually you are divinely perfect within you anyway. So whatever you do is perfect. But even if it doesn't feel perfect for you, just want you to know that there is always more you can do, right? I say this to my cousin the other day who's doing finals. I was like, there's always more questions. There's always more learning. There's always that extra bit. In my consultation with my patients, there's always an extra few more minutes I want to spend with them, extra few more minutes with my clients. There's always more. That's why we're here in this beautiful school of life, right? That's why we're here. I believe in this birth to learn something, to teach something, to be on this journey alongside each other, right? So there is always more. So I want you to really anchor in this message I'm giving you, to really, you just don't have to wait until you're ready. Okay, if you go to my YouTube or even on my Facebook, wherever you're watching this, and just scroll all the way 5 years ago, actually 2019, when I started my coaching business, and you will see really poor lighting, although the lighting can be better here, really poor lighting. And I was starting to really deepen my personal growth journey. And I just felt like, do you know what? I'm just going to go with where I'm at, and this will get better with time. And I will look back at this. And I'm so grateful I did that, because I can look back at that now and see the incredible growth. One, in learning lighting and tech, but also just in myself. Okay, in myself, in my family, in how I lead, how I co-lead with my husband, how I lead as a mum, right? In my family, how I lead myself, and how I now lead my award-winning global business service, and you can do the same too. And I teach all of this in my programs. Okay, so I just want to kind of go now into a little bit about the myth of being ready. So, for example, oh, I need to heal more before I start. I need to just get one more certification. Yeah, we've all heard that, all been there. Or you know, imposter syndrome. Like, who am I? Who am I to be teaching this when I'm still navigating through some contrast or through some challenge? Like, who am I to be teaching this? Like, I don't know all the answers. You don't have to know all the answers. You don't have to know all of the answers. If you knew all of the answers, you would be an angel, right? So I just want you to know that you have that warrior inner compass within you, and that's what you're using. You're using your intuition to literally guide you through this. So we have strategy, we have our mentors, yes, but ultimately it is really self-leading from within you. Okay, so healing, you just got to reframe it, that healing and building are actually not opposites. Okay, they're actually partners in purpose, healing and building, because when you really embrace everything that you are growing through, not going through, growing through, you are learning tools and mindset and growing in consciousness. And actually, that's the best time to teach, because you are literally taking people along with, right, as you're rising up in your consciousness, you are taking people along your journey. Okay, so let it be messy. Just go ahead and do it. That's the key thing, is we are in an age of implementation. The age of information is gone. Okay, AI is here. It is the age of implementation. There might be all this information out there, but there aren't actually as many people truly implementing it. And the third extension of that, I would say, is there aren't many people who are implementing, actually coming from within based upon their intuition. Okay, they might be kind of copying another mentor. You know, we all have to kind of start from somewhere, but I mean, really, you want to be embodying your own creativity. Okay, that's the sacral chakra, right? Really going into your creativity. That's an energy center, right? It's part of your health to create. We're human beings, we're designed to create. And if you don't create through your work, through your service, through art, through music, through whatever it is, express yourself. It's the expression of your true self. That is your truth. If we don't do that, it's actually, I see patients' health deteriorate, right? Because it is a part of you. It is meant to be, you're meant to express yourself, your version of you. Only you know that. I don't know that, right? Even your loved ones may not know that. It is the deep inner thoughts that you are having. Okay, so I want to tell you why now is actually the right time. Okay, because your pain, your past, and your purpose, they're not like in competition. You know, when people say, I want to forget about the past, it's all a part of you. Everything adds a layer, right? Even the pain was there for some reason. I'm not saying we wanted it. I'm not saying it was ever deserved. I'm not saying it was always attracted. I don't mean that. But they are your curriculum. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Your pain, your present, and your pain and your past, okay, and your purpose, they are all coming together and they actually form your curriculum. You're taking, you may not realize, but you will see that there are certain milestones that you went along that you can literally take people along. That is literally your curriculum, okay, whether you're doing that formally as a service provider, or you are doing it more just on your personal growth journey. Okay, whatever way it is, but that is literally your curriculum. It's literally a journey. It is the hero's journey or the heroine's journey. Okay, you are on a journey of self-realization, right? You're actually going within, but sometimes we have to take action externally to ironically just go within. It's a tool. It's helping us along this journey. Okay, so your goals are that you want to achieve will be achieved. They definitely will be, but they're actually a byproduct of this personal and spiritual and professional growth journey. Okay, so you are meant to birth your legacy whilst honoring your body, honoring your family, honoring your finances, your faith. Everything can all grow in alignment. It's not, you don't have to choose one or the other. It grows in alignment, and you can skip stages, absolutely, but you have to also know what you're doing, right? You're taking other people along with you, and that doesn't mean you skip out on that responsibility of that duty that you've been called to do, but you can absolutely quantum leap. But at the same time, I would say there's also no rush in just being on this journey and enjoying the process and the progress. And that is the beauty of life as well. Okay, so you can do that through support, right? Sometimes we need support and like, okay, how do I do this? Like when I'm actually a mom as well, I'm working full time and I'm doing this and that. They're not actually separate things. They're actually all linked together through your energy. Okay. So your leadership starts from within with self-leadership. Okay. Self-lead. So for me, leadership is 3 different pillars: self-leadership, family leadership or co-leadership, and then leadership of your global business service. And that might be corporate, it might be entrepreneurship, it might be both, like me. Okay. But you need all 3, and all 3 need to be in alignment: self leadership, family leadership, and your business leadership. All 3 need to be in alignment. When you don't have it in alignment, you're just literally building it on like a house of cards. It will crumble and fall. I don't mean that in a scary way. It's just good to know, right? So take your time, go for the walk, get your 10K steps or whatever your goal is, right? Drink the water, have the healthy smoothie, and take action in your business, and get the 8 hours sleep, and spend time with your kids, teaching them as well as just playing a board game and just having fun. That's part of the creativity and the joy in life, and really igniting that calling, but from within, not just your external action. That is your personal power, right? That is what empowerment means. It's it's coming from within, right? So it's not what I always tell my clients, it's not what I think about you ultimately, or what your partner thinks about you, or your kids or your family. That would be lovely. It's nice. But really, ultimately, what matters is, what do you think about you, right? That is the core of all of this. And knowing that you are enough now. There is nothing more you need to do. You can still do that. You can still learn more. You can still heal more. You can still study more. I'm still studying. I'm studying every day. I'm literally like surrounded by my journals. I've got my planners. So I'm studying as I go along, of course. But people are coming to you for your experience, right? They want to learn from you. So you have to first sell to yourself. You have to first have that deep belief in yourself, right? And then the sales and the marketing of your service, or the provision of your service, everything comes from within that you really believe deeply in what you're doing. And that it is not just like something you have to do, part of some strategy. It is something that you were born to do. And yeah, maybe it's honing a craft, honing a skill, and maybe the delivery of that, or the marketing of that, or maybe the confidence in bringing that out, or maybe like the alignment logistically, practically. How do I do that with family, etc.? I get that, but ultimately it's coming from within. So it's not about doing more. It's really about being who you already are. Okay. So I want you to really go deep within that. And there is a sacred space where we do this real work. And I'd love to invite you into my membership. It's called Legacy Leaders Circle. It's currently only $37 per month. It's going to be going up to $197 per month in due course, right? To really, this is literally worth like over $50,000 in value, easily, right? It includes life coaching. You get my support. If you go for the annual membership, which is $333 at the moment, again, it will be going up to $1,000 in due course. If you go for the annual membership, you also get a one-to-one session with myself. So it's up to you. But it's only $37 per month. You can cancel the contract anytime if any of this resonates with you. And things we cover are leading with purpose without burnout, healing whilst building your aligned business. So deeply emotional healing. We have healing sessions within that. Healing sessions, leadership sessions, and legacy creation sessions, whether that's through your career or through entrepreneurship. So we go through all of those profit producing activities, as well as career growth activities if you're on the corporate track, if that's what resonates with you. Number 3, we really honor your family, your past, your deep spirit, however that you want to express that. We design legacy that outlives trends and algorithms. Okay, been in so many programs, I must have probably done all of them, but you really want to be ultimately building something of your own. Okay, you can do everything else for multiple sources of income. That is beautiful, that is great, but ultimately what stands the test of time is when it is birthed from yourself. How beautiful is that? It's birthed from yourself. Even me, in teaching you this today, is teaching it to myself. It is something that I was studying early this morning in my own study, my own spiritual time, really on sort of healing the divine masculine, and something that I'm honing my craft on. And I'm taking you along this journey with me. All right. So this includes monthly workshops, coaching, and a growing global leadership network. Okay, so as I said, can't jump in now. It's only $37 per month. So some of the comments we've had are we rise together. This is not performative healing, it's soul-led expansion. We've had birthing her legacy, 100% back her. I love that. So now's your time to jump in. Okay, now I also want to tell you about a members only. So this is when you join the membership, or if you're part of the membership already, then so happy to have you here. And if you are here from the membership, comment LLC down below. That is Legacy Leader Circle. So comment LLC down below, wherever you're watching this, YouTube, LinkedIn, etc. And I'm so happy to have you here, so you can tell everybody else how amazing it is. But if you join today, you're also going to get exclusive access to my brand new training, which is specifically for members of this membership. Okay, so it is a mid-year, okay, because at the time of this recording, this is the 1st of July 2025, mid-year vision casting and legacy leadership planning session that we're going to be doing together. Okay, now this is only for members of the Legacy Leaders Circle. So all of my other clients who are in my programs have access to this as well. But this is where we're going to pause. We are going to heal and release anything from the last 6 months and for the past. We're going to bless it, release it, and then we're really going to reflect and then really vision cast for the next 6 months, for the end of the year and going forward. Okay. And we're really going to then add in the strategy and the spiritual plan to really move together. And we're going to be doing this together. You're not by yourself. It's not just some course, not just handing you some PDF. You know, you will get those too. But this is really, I'm going to be doing it with you for myself. And any questions that come up, and let's be honest, the imposter syndrome that come up, the initial excitement, and then the how am I going to do this? We're going to talk about the how. We're going to talk about the strategy. We're also going to do the deep healing work that comes up, because you know what? You need to get it out. You need to let it come up so we can get it out and we can clean it up together. Okay. And we can do that with gratitude and love and compassion as we release old belief systems, old stories, old ways of being. And as we rise up in our leadership within ourselves to then express that through our legacy. This is really important work. Okay. So this is not just some goal setting session. Okay. It's really soul anchoring. So we're going to be aligning your health, right? So a deep emotional healing with your wealth. So yeah, what is your income goal? Let's make a plan as to exactly how we can get that sorted. Your service. So it's got to be dharmic leadership, really servant leadership, but with an abundance mindset. Okay. So we are really genuinely coming from a place of wholeness and service, as well as, yes, ensuring that we are having the finances for ourselves, for our family, so that we can be comfortable, so we can serve more, so we have more to share, right? So we sometimes call this seva as well. So this is what I call divine leadership or servant leadership, or you might call it values-based or principle-based leadership if you're more corporate, but it's all the same thing really. So this is really your chance to claim the second half of the year. And this is your most powerful season yet. I'm doing this, and come along with me. Okay, let's rise up together. So for this vision casting and legacy planning session with strategy, it's not just planning, it's also with strategy and with the healing work that is required, with the consciousness work. You can either pay just $37 to join this masterclass, okay, on its own, which is worth every single penny, every cent. Or you can actually join the Legacy Leader Circle, which is actually $37 per month anyway, and then you will have the support for the remaining month. If you just want to try out for 1 month, you can cancel anytime, right? You can cancel anytime. So you can actually have that, and then you can still have my support for the remaining month. Okay, if you want, you can pay annual. It's only $333, and we can actually have a one-to-one session together, whether that's on Voxer or on Zoom, and really plan this out more deeply. But we will be also planning it deeply in the session. And you're also going to get these incredible bonuses. Okay, so just hold on. Is it all right if I just completely over deliver here? Is that all right with you? Okay. So ongoing masterclasses. It's not just once a month. Okay, you get 3 classes a month. Okay. We're also the replays will be there. So you don't worry if you can't show up live. As a client, I often couldn't show up or can't show up live because I'm doing clinics or with my family. And that's part of doing things holistically and balanced, by the way. You don't have to show up live, but replays are available, and you can post your questions, submit your questions, and I'll answer it in the Q&A session, which is every single month. And also in our Telegram members private lounge, you can also ask your question anytime. So I can get back to you there. So there's no rush, because I want you to be at peace and to be calm and not running around like a headless chicken. You can have guided sessions. And remember, this is in healing, this is in leadership, and this is in legacy creation. This serves both corporate as well as entrepreneurship. We talk about career growth. We talk about how to achieve 6-7 figures in your business, okay, and how to do it with your faith, your family, and your fitness first. So you're also going to be getting a vault of tools and rituals and templates that are really going to help you. As I said, you get your private members only private lounge to ask your questions anytime. So literally, if you, let's just say this was a live class and you missed it, you could watch the replay in your own time that suits you. You can literally get your phone, go into the Telegram private lounge and be like, hey, these are my questions on this session, and tag me and whatever your question is. And then I will also obviously get back to you, and I will answer in depth, right? I will answer in depth to whatever your question is. All right. So I'm really passionate about this because I really just want to ensure that you have an incredible experience. Okay. You can obviously cancel anytime. Obviously, I don't want you to. I want you to be a client for life. I want us to do this together, right? I want us to do this in our community. I want us to do this together. And I'm really excited to be doing this alongside you, right? And to have this safe space. But you can stay as long as you love it, as long as it feels good. So join now. It will increase to $97 per month in due course. And I just want you to know that this is like, I'm a doctor, you can trust me, okay? And seriously, I'm a doctor, you can trust me. So I value confidentiality. I really value having a safe, sacred healing space that you can feel comfortable and well rested, meaning you're not rushing to some live session, right? You're not having to cancel your gym, or you're kind of half with your kids and pick up and you're half in a live. Like, no, just pick them up, enjoy, watch the replay, ask your questions anytime, okay? And that way you have this trustworthy, healing and divinely led space for you. Okay, so I'm sending you so much love and light. I'm just thinking if there's anything else I wanted to mention. And that was it, really. So I just want to say this is, I think this is my best work. I'm really excited for this. It's literally the cost of like a dinner, like a nice dinner, $37. Like, do you think you could do that in order to have this for your emotional healing, for your healing, for your self-leadership, your family leadership, for your leadership of your service, as well as the strategy, yes, and all of the healing work that comes up with that as well. Okay, so jump in. You do not want to miss this. We're doing the masterclass. We're doing it. We are doing the masterclass this week, and that is the vision casting and legacy leadership planning session. Okay, mid-year, right? So we can go all out and end 2025 with a bang. And jump in. Either jump in just for $37, whether you want just a class or stay for the month, or this can be the start of our beautiful journey together. Sending you so much love and light. Catch you later on. I'm just going to put this banner here for you. Okay, there you go. Sending you so much love and light, and I will catch you soon. Bye.